welcome back to Cover That Roof. We're in Hermosa Beach, California, and we're doing an S-tile repair, a clay S-tile. We're gonna be working on it. You can see that big pipe flashing right there. It's causing a blockage of the flow of the water, and quite frankly, there's not a lot you can do about that, just the way that it's situated. So, anyways, we're gonna try to come up with a better way with the way the tiles are laid and just the way that the insulation is done on the tile to see if we can stop the leak. Now, it appears that the leak is coming from a window that's directly below that area right there. So it's a good chance it's coming from that flashing area. So we're gonna take up the tile, put down some new base paper, and put the tile back in the same exact fashion that it was laid, and try to get the leak all fixed up. Okay, so let's see how we do it. So first thing we need to do is we need to take off the tile right here. So first thing we want to do is we want to start taking off the ridge pieces. So let's check it out. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is start getting these tiles on. Okay, so we got the rows of tiles here. We want to put them in each row so we know exactly where they went. Okay, so we ripped the tiles up. I think we found the leak, which is pretty exciting because it's going to make the people happy. So let's get a closer look and see where the leak is on the base paper. Okay, so here's where we think the leak is, and I'm pretty positive that's where it's at, and that's where it's at as well. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so we're in Hermosa Beach, California, and we're doing a clay S-tile repair. That's a Boral lightweight clay S-tile that we're working on. And the repairs are pretty easy if you know what you're doing. So in this case, we made the right choice by actually tearing up the tile and getting to the base paper, because that's what was actually rotted. So I'm pretty excited that we did that. Now the first thing that we want to do is we want to start getting the roof cleaned up and the base paper off and getting some peel and stick around this pipe flashing so we know it's never going to leak again. So let's see how we do it. We're going to get to you in a bit when we get the rest of the roof prepped up and get it all papered up. We'll catch up to you in a second. Okay, so we made the cut around the base paper, around the flashing, and it turns out there's only one layer of paper on this, which is not good for the homeowner. But the flashing looks like it's still in really good condition, so we're going to use it. And so we're going to let that air out for a few minutes while we get ready to get this done. Okay. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so we got the base paper all tore up, which is awesome because now we got to see the wood, and the wood was really damaged. So we already had it pre-cut out, but this is where the wood was. And look at this. That's pretty damaged. That's pretty damaged. We're gonna have to get this area all cleaned up, but look at where the board was. That's really damaged. Really damaged. So I'm glad that we ripped it up and tore it out and at least got a look at it so we know what was going on. And that was the right thing to do, even though it was more work, but this is the better job and we're doing it right, which is awesome. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so now that we got the bad board cut out, or the rotten piece of termite damaged board cut out, now we want to scribe the outside edge. We already made a cut downstairs because we're up 3 stories, so to bring up a piece of 4x8, 1-inch sheet of plywood, it's going to be pretty heavy. So we thought it'd be smarter just to make the cut downstairs, cut a piece a little bit bigger than the actual piece. So that's what we did. So now we want to make this. This is the exact cut that we took it out from. We were in a tight fit. We had to use a sawzall and a skill saw at some points to make the cuts. So here's how we want to scribe it. You want to take a pencil, take the old piece that we cut. Now we want to just draw the outside edge. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so now that we got it all scribed out, got it all etched out with a pencil, the exact lines that we need, now we're going to make the cut. So first, we want to get this old piece out of the way. Now we want to take a secondary piece like this, is a piece of 2x6, and we want to pop it underneath. We got a piece of 2x6 board that we want to stick underneath a piece of 1-inch plywood so we can make our cut, because we don't want the board or the piece of plywood even with the deck, because when we make the cut, we're going to score or etch a line in the flat roof, which is going to cause a massive leak. So you want to be a little bit smarter than the wood and the saw. Take a little block, set it above, and then set the gauge on your saw to be the exact distance, a little bit further than what you need to cut. Okay, so just like that, we got our piece cut. Now we want to go down and set it into place and see how it fits. We'll catch up to you in a bit when we get it set. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so now that we got it cut out perfectly, now we want to set it down in a place where we did the scribe on it, set it back into place, and then see how it fits, and then get it nailed off. So we're gonna get that position, so we'll catch up to you in a bit when we get it all ready. Okay. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so we cut a little piece out. So we cut the piece out, and we have to cut a teeny bit out. That's why you never cut it exactly the size you think you need when you're doing a test run. You just want to make sure you get the cut close enough where it can fit almost exactly in, and then you can fine tune it. And right here, you need to fine tune it just a little bit on this edge. So let's make that cut. And always remember, when you're done using your saw, unplug the cord so you don't hurt yourself. Okay, so there's the piece that we cut out. Now let's go get it in. Go see how this fits in. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Now that we got the tile taken up, we got the base paper cut out, and we got the rotten wood, and we got the rotten wood cut out. Now we're gonna come back with a piece of peel and stick on this front edge. You go up the wall and wrap around here, and that'll be a good seal for what we need to do. So, always want to make sure you get these. You always want to make sure you get these power cords out of the way. You can roll your ankle on this and roll off the roof. Wouldn't it be cool? So now that we got the pre-cut made, now we want to get the cap nails out of the base sheet so we can slide it up. Okay, so now we got this piece so we can slide. Get a little layer of base paper right here. Always want to flip this piece up. Flip this piece under. Like that. Got this 12-inch oval. We want to put it back. So you always want to start from the top center. kind of fade away. You always got to be careful when you nail. Sometimes the nail slips and you hit your finger like I just did. So even the best pros hurt themselves sometimes. So just, you always got to be careful. Any type of work you do, you got to think it through and make sure that you're doing what's best for the safety of what's going on. Okay, so now that we have this on, now we want to come back with another piece of peel and stick and go behind this flashing. Then we know it's really going to be waterproof. So let's get it cut into place and we'll get back to you in a bit. Hey, welcome back. Okay, so now that we got this corner all situated, we had a weird corner. We had to fill it in with some mastic, put some base paper going up. And now we got to put our peel and stick. So let's get a piece of peel and stick behind this flashing. I'm going to lift this paper up. Made it conveniently easy to do it. So let's do it. Okay, so now we got this first piece of tile pan put back in place. We want to make sure it fits right before we start putting all the nails into it. Okay, so let's get this piece pulled back. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so as you can see, we've got this almost done. That came out pretty nice. Almost got this pieced in. Putting this back together, cement at the ridge. Now we got to make a cut. So let's see how we make a cut on one of these tiles. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so we're on the tail end of this repair. We have a couple more cuts that we have to make. We have to make some custom cuts at the hip, cutting through this clay tile. So it's pretty easy. So let's get over here. We already got our line, so let's start making the cut. Okay, so we got this all pieced in. Got that all pieced in, not bad. Okay, so we'll get back to you in a bit when we get everything put back together, but we're almost done on the tail end of this repair. It's gonna be done pretty quickly. Okay, so we got this clay-ass tile repair all finished up. Now we just gotta sweep up a little bit and we'll be on our way. But it came out pretty nice, pretty excited about this. Hey, welcome back to Cover That Roof. Okay, so we got that repair all done. I think it looks pretty tight. Everything came out pretty sweet. Had to replace the base paper, big piece of rotten termite board, which you saw earlier from the clip. Had to cut all that out, put it back together. Everything's looking great. And now we have all the tile bit back in place, putting a little bit of cement for the finishing touches, and we're done. Repaired some damaged base paper. The tile was fine, wasn't broken or cracked. It was just the base paper was rotted out. So we got that replaced. They should be able to sleep tight tonight, knowing that it's gonna rain the next 2 or 3 days, and everything's gonna work out great. It's kind of unusual. We're getting a lot of rain right now in California, which is pretty sweet for us, and gives us more work and gives us a chance to do cool repairs and get them fixed up and get them all done so everyone can have a good night's sleep knowing that their roof does not leak. Okay, so that's a wrap from Hermosa Beach. We'll see you next time on Cover That Roof. Look for us in our next upcoming episodes of Cover That Roof. Until then, we'll see you in a bit. Thanks for watching. And if you like it, hit like and hit subscribe. And we appreciate your time. And thanks for joining us on Cover That Roof. We'll see you next time. See you in a bit.